بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. Inshallah, from this session we will start going into the content of Sahifah al-Sajjadiyyah. So I thought for today we can start with reflections on Dua 37. It's about shukr, because my understanding is that shukr is one of the great keys of success. In dunya, if you want to be successful, be grateful. If you want to be successful with your parents, be grateful. And if they see you are grateful, they would show you more love. If you want to be successful with your marriage, with your work, anything, gratitude is the key for success. And with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the same. It's a very important quality. So, therefore, I thought this would be the first choice for us. Dua number 37. وكان من دعائه عليه السلام إذا اعترف بالتقصير عن تأدية الشكر. If you want a discussion about shukr, alhamdulillah, in the whole series of akhlaq, we had maybe one semester or more on shukr from Mahajjatul Bayda by Mullah Muhsin Faiz Kashani. So we had detailed discussion about shukr. This dua was when Imam was admitting that I am not capable of doing enough shukr. I'tarafa, he was admitting, he was confessing, but taqsir, that I am guilty, I have shortcomings in doing shukr. We cannot do enough shukr, but if you can say honestly that I cannot do enough shukr, this by itself is a good shukr. Yeah? Not because you are lazy, instead of mentioning, you say, I cannot do enough shukr and that's it. Sometimes people, because they are not very serious, they just say one word and finish. No. You think, you reflect, you try to remember every ni'mah of Allah as much as possible, but at the end you say, I cannot do enough shukr. Even I cannot have a comprehensive understanding of what you have given me. Okay, this is the title of the dua. His dua, his supplication, when he was admitting that he has not been able to do enough shukr. Allahumma إن أحدا لا يبلغ من شكرك غاية إلا حصل عليه من إحسانك ما يلزمه شكرا. O Allah, no one can reach any limit of your shukr unless this kindness of you that has enabled him to do shukr requires more shukr. So to be grateful by itself is a great blessing. Again, you have to be grateful. ولا يبلغ مبلغا من طاعتك وإن اجتهد إلا كان مقصرا دون استحقاقك بفضلك. No one can do any act of obedience and any level of obedience, even if they work very hard, اجتهد, even if they do their best. Yeah? No one, even if they do their best, can do enough of obedience, bring enough of obedience, except that they are muqassir. Still they have shortcomings. When it comes to your fadl, when we want to compare their obedience to your favor, no one can do justice. فَأَشْكَرُ عِبَادِكَ عَاجِزٌ عَنْ شُكْرِكَ. The most grateful servants of you are not capable of thanking you. Yeah? Who is the most grateful servant of Allah? For example, Rasulullah. Still he cannot do thank enough. وَأَعْبَدُهُمْ. And the most obedient, the most worshipping, the most serving one, مُقَصِّرٌ عَنْ طَاعَتِكَ. Still they have taqsir. Taqsir means they are not able to do enough. لا يجب لأحد أن تغفر له باستحقاقه. No one, because of what he or she deserves, is entitled for forgiveness. It's not that because of what they have done, you must forgive them. Okay? Nothing that we do makes it necessary for him to forgive.
Can I ask a question now?
Yes.
So do you know, like, for example, it says Ziyarah of Abdullah. If someone does it, don't doubt it's accepted, and if it's accepted, like...
Yeah, you don't deserve, but we will say that he himself is so kind that he says, if you do this, I will give you this. Yeah? For example, someone gives you 10 million pounds, and then you buy 5 pounds a bundle of flour and give it to him. Does he need to thank you? So you must thank me. No. But he is so kind that he thanks you. So thank you very much. You were kind, remembered me and brought this flower. So, لا يجب لأحد أن تغفر له باستحقاقه. It's not necessary for anyone to be forgiven because of what he deserves or she deserves. ولا أن ترضى عنه باستيجابه. And to be pleased with them because of what they are entitled. فمن غفرت له فبطولك. So if anyone you have forgiven is because of what? Your generosity. وَمَنْ رَضِيتَ عَنْهُ فَبِفَضْلِكَ. And if anyone you are pleased with is because of your favor. Because you have brought your expectations so down that now you are pleased with them. Yeah? Imagine, a child going to a class for painting. And then we have Picasso, the teacher for this child. He's just learning how to play with these, things, like pens. And so makes a small, simple painting. Even he doesn't know what he has painted. Then Picasso says, thank you, I see you have talents, and you can become a great artist. Is it because of what this person has done, or because Picasso had wanted to encourage this? Because if we don't encourage this, then the next day he becomes worse. This is the way to help people to improve. So if you really love this person, you encourage, you accept anything, even if it's a little good thing, because this is the way forward. It's not that you are really pleased with this. So, man radita an, if anyone you are pleased with, فَبِفَضْلِكَ. It's because of your favor. تَشْكُرُ يسير ما شكرته. If there is little thanks, here there are two ways that they have translated. Some people say shukerta, some people say shakarta. Means you thank the least or the little gratitude that is offered, or you thank easily whatever you thank. You are easily thanking. وَتُثِيبُ عَلَى قَلِيلَ مَا تُطَاعُ فِيهِ. And you give reward for the little things that you are obeyed with. Even small acts of obedience. حَتَّى كَأَنَّ شُكْرَ عِبَادِكَ الَّذِي أَوْجَبْتَ عَلَيْهِ ثَوَابَهُمْ. Sorry, this is missing something. Someone has the, do you have the, what is the text?
Yeah.
Here.
Which part, Sheikh?
حتى كأن
حتى كأنه شكر عبادك الذي أوجبت عليه ثوابهم وأعظمت عنه جزاءهم.
Yes, very good, thank you. This has, unfortunately, the phones are not good. To the extent that, as if شكر عبادك الذي أوجبت عليه ثوابهم, the gratitude of your servants, that because of that gratitude you have made it necessary to reward them. وَأَعْظَمْتَ عَنْهُ جَزَاءَهُمْ, and you have made the reward great. Yeah? As if this is أمر ملك استطاعة الامتناع منه دونك. As if it was something that they were okay not to do it. As if this was something that they could ignore it. And now you say, because you did this, I am going to reward you. فَكَافَيْتَهُ. So, means that you don't bring into this relation all the favors that you have already given them. Their existence is from you, their health is from you, their guidance is from you, even the blessings with which they want to thank you are from you. You treat them as if a stranger is receiving something from someone and wants to now reward. Yeah? أو لم يكن سببه بيدك فجازيتهم. As if it was not in your own hand, the cause, and you reward them. بل ملكت يا إلهي أمرهم قبل أن يملكوا عبادتك. But the reality, the fact is that before they can serve you or worship you, you had all the control over them. You had all the control over them. You know, if I want to give you an example, it's like, for example, if I have a little kid, my kid takes me to kitchen, and because he's very short, he says, you know, father, takes water from the fridge, the water which I have purchased, the fridge that I have purchased, and I put it there. So he says, you know, please take that water, please take the cup from there. So I take the cup, says, please put it there. Then he said, please drink it. And I says, you know, what reward you are going to give me? Is my child, my fridge, my kitchen, my water, my hand, everything I am doing. But still I appreciate. Alhamdulillah, I have such a sweet kid. He could have done some other things. He could have annoyed his brother or whatever. Alhamdulillah, it's nice. So everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are not doing anything. وَأَعْتَدْتَ صَوَابَهُمْ قَبْلَ أَنْ يُفِيدُوا فِي طَاعَتِكَ. Also, not only you reward them, you prepare the reward before they start serving or worshipping you. Because one of the things we find in the Quran is that Allah has prepared the reward. أُعِدَّت. Your jaza, heaven, everything is u'iddat, is made ready. I use this example. I say, sometimes you say to your child, if you get good result end of the year, I buy bicycle for you. Okay? If your child knows that you are a person who keeps his promises, he knows that inshallah you are going to buy, but still he's worried. Maybe my father forgets. Maybe my father wants to buy for me, but at that time he doesn't have money. Maybe something more important happens. Maybe, many things can happen. A child is worried. But sometimes you say, look, this is the bicycle I have purchased for you. It's here. Just get the good result. Allah says in the Quran to us, your reward is there. U'iddat, is prepared. Just try to take your job seriously. Don't worry about whether I'm going to give you or not. So here it says, أَعْدَدْتَ ثَوَابَهُمْ. You prepared the reward قَبْلَ أَنْ يُفِيضُوا فِي طَاعَتِكَ. Before they start embarking on this. So, no reason to worry. وَذَلِكَ. Why? Why you are so forgiving, so kind, so generous, so gracious? أَنَّ سُنَّتَكَ الْإِفْضَالِ. Because this is your habit, this is your conduct, this is the way you have always been. You are not a newly discovered person. Sometimes a person, you go home, say your father, I have found a very generous person. He does this, he does that. Your father says, don't be naive. Maybe this is just for a few days. Maybe, there's a plan. Yeah? But sometimes a person that has a history of being always like this, with all people like this, that's different. Sunnatakal ifdal. This is your sunnah. This is your norm. This is your universal law. Wa'adatukal ihsan. Your habit is ihsan, kindness, benevolence. Wasabilukal af. This is your path. This is your way. Your way is to forgive, to pardon. فَكُلُّ الْبَرِيَّةِ مُعْتَرِفَةٌ بِأَنَّكَ غَيْرُ ظَالِمٍ لِمَنْ عَاقَبْتَ. All people admit that if you are going to punish anyone, you are not going to be doing this out of injustice. When such a kind, generous, forgiving, merciful person happens, because his habit is not this, but if it happens that he punishes someone, then you realize that this is not zulm. وَشَاهِدَةٌ بِأَنَّكَ مُتَفَضِّلٌ عَلَى مَنْ عَافَيْتَ. So they all know that if you happen to punish, it's not zulm. And if you forgive, it's because of your fazl. It's because of your generosity and favor. وَكُلٌّ مُغِرٌّ عَلَى نَفْسِهِ بِالتَّقْصِيرِ عَمَّا اسْتَوْجَبْتْ. And all of them admit that they have had shortcomings. They feel guilty with respect to what they should have done for you. So why then they disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if they know all the mercy of Allah, the true servants? لولا أن الشيطان يختدعهم عن طاعتك ما عصاك عاصٍ. Had it not been that shaitan deceives people, then no one would have disobeyed you. Because human beings by their fitrah love people who are kind to them. And who can be more kind than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yeah? So why people who know Him and know all these things come from Him, why still they disobey Him? One reason is because shaitan comes and deceives them. Of course, this is not a good excuse because they should not listen to shaitan. But unfortunately, when it suits us, we are happy to listen to everyone. So, this is one problem. The second problem, وَلَوْلَا أَنَّهُ صَبَّرَ لَهُمُ الْبَاطِلِ فِي مِثَالِ الْحَقِّ مَا ضَلَّ عَنْ طَرِيقِكَ ضَالٌ. And had it not been that shaitan has presented to them batil, false, the false, in the form of haqq. Because people love truth, yeah? But what happens is that shaitan or our nafs ammara can also do this, or bad people can do this, but altogether we can say satanic powers, they present batil in the form of haqq. Had it not been for that, no one would go astray. This is why we make this dua, we should, and if you can do this dua very often. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan fa'attabi'ah. Oh Allah, please show me haqq as haqq so that I follow it. If I know what is haqq, inshallah I will follow it. Inshallah I am not that vicious person that can see the truth and close the eyes. وَالْبَاطِلَ بَاطِلًا فَأَجْتَنِبَهُ. And please show me batil as batil so that I avoid it. وَلَا تَجْعَلْهُ مُتَشَابِهًا عَلَيَّ. Please don't make haqq confusing. فَأَتَّبِعَ هَوَى نَفْسِي. Then I follow my own whims and desires. So we ask Allah to show us haqq clearly so that we follow it, and batil clearly so that we avoid it, and don't make them look the same, confusing, so that then we do what? We do what we desire. فَسُبْحَانَكَ مَا أَبْيَنَ كَرَمَكَ فِي مُعَامَلَةِ مَنْ أَطَاعَكَ أَوْ عَصَاكَ. Oh Allah, how clearly you are generous in the way you treat people who obey you and people who disobey you. With both of them, you are very kareem, you are very generous. تشكر للمطيع ما أنت توليته له. You thank those who are obedient for the things that you were in charge. وتملي للعاصي فيما تملك معاجلته فيه. And you give more time to those who disobey you, although you were able to punish them quickly. You are patient, you give them time so that maybe they wake up. أعطيت كلا منهما ما لم يجب له. You have given both those who are obedient and disobedient what they didn't deserve, what was not necessary. وَتَفَضَّلْتَ عَلَى كُلٍّ مِّنْهُمَا بِمَا يَقْصُرُ عَمَلُهُ عَنْ. And you have given both of them what their actions were not enough to qualify them for. وَلَوْ كَافَأْتَ الْمُطِيعَ عَلَى مَا أَنْتَ تَوَلَّيْتَهُ لَأَوْشَكَ أَنْ يَفْقِدَ ثَوَابَكَ وَأَنْ تَزُولَ عَنْهُ نِعْمَتَكَ. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was supposed to give them exactly what they have done, even with His own help, they would not deserve that much of reward. So even in that thing that He is helping them, still He is generous. He says, you do this, I give you 10 times more, or many times more, وَلَكِنَّكَ بِكْرَمِكَ جَازَيْتَهُ. But with your generosity, you reward them for the things that you have helped them, but in a multiplied way. They do something for a limited period of time. مُدَّةِ الْقَصِيرَةِ الْفَانِيَةِ. In a short period of time. 10 years, 20 years, I don't know how many years, how many hours, how many minutes. But you give them reward which is permanent. بالمدة الطويلة الخالدة. Forever. وعلى الغاية الغريبة الزائلة بالغاية المديدة الباقية. For an endurable limit. And also, you didn't tell them that, okay, you have eaten from my rizq and you have gained a strength for obedience from my rizq. You didn't expect anything for that. So you were most gracious, most generous with the things that they have done. Otherwise, no one was deserving anything. هذا يا إلهي حال من أطاعك. It is about the people who have obeyed you, and the path of the people who have been trying to serve you. Now imagine what would be the situation with the people who disobeyed you. فَأَمَّا الْعَاصِي أَمْرَكَ. Those who have engaged themselves with haram, the situation is for them even worse. But you are so kind that you don't rush in punishing them, so that maybe they change, they turn from disobedience to obedience. Otherwise, with the first act of disobedience, they could deserve, punishment. فَمَنْ أَكْرَمُ يَا إِلَهِي مِنْكَ. So my Lord, who is more honorable and more generous than you? وَمَنْ أَشْقَى مِمَّنْ هَلَكَ عَلَيْكَ. And who is more misfortunate or more wicked than person that with such a Lord still he is failing? Yeah. فَتَبَارَكْتَ أَن تُوصَفَ إِلَّا بِالْإِحْسَانِ. You are more blessed than being described with anything other than ihsan. There is no way that we can talk about you other than saying that you are very kind. And you are so great that we cannot have any fear about you except when it comes to your justice. We don't have any fear. That's okay. He may get angry with us. He may expect too much. He may, have other people that he prefers, discriminates against us. No. We don't have any worry. Only worry we have is his justice. If he wants to deal with us in a just way, that's a problem.
Sheikh, can I ask a question about that?
Yes.
You know, justice. Like, how can we avoid God's justice? Like, how can we say God don't treat us with justice?
In the sense that we say, don't treat us with justice, treat us with favor. When we say,
But let's say you have done things, for example, that
إلهنا عاملنا بفضلك ولا تعاملنا بعدلك. Because justice has two meanings. Sometimes justice means to give what someone deserves, not more, not less. This is worrying. Justice sometimes means not to give less. This is not a problem. So justice can be existing with fadl. This type of justice, okay. We know Allah is just in the sense that He never does zulm. But if He's going to be just in the sense of giving us what we deserve, not more, not less, this is a problem. This type of justice is a problem. Not that justice in the sense of He's not doing zulm. Okay, so adl is used in two senses. One is not to give less. One means not to give less, not to give more. This second meaning is problem. Means to give you exactly what you deserve. لا يخشى جورك على من عصاك. There is no fear of zulm to the people who disobeyed you. ولا يخاف إغفالك ثواب من أرضاك. And there is no fear that you may forget to reward the people who have obeyed you or pleased you. You know, don't be worried that maybe Allah is very busy if He forgets that I have done this for Him. No. فَصَلَّ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ. So please send your salutations to the Prophet and his family. وَهَبْ لِي عَمَلِي. And please give me my hope. I don't know if you watched my recent reflections on hope. A few days ago in a interface meeting, I talked about hope. It's available, reflection on hope. And I said, one of the things that we find in our du'as, like Du'a Abu Hamza, is that we say to Allah, I have come to you with hope. A noble person, a real gentleman or gentlewoman, when someone goes to him or her and says, I have come with the hope that you help me, they would not disappoint them. Yeah? If someone comes to me and says, Sheikh Shomali, I have come all the way from another city to you with the hope that you help me, what would I do? If there is any good in me, any nobility in me, I would not say, okay, how much are you going to give me? What gift you have brought to me? What history you have to me with me? What good have you done for me? No. Just the fact that he says, I have come with hope, makes a noble person feel that he must help him. Yeah? So this is why in dua we many times use this concept. We say, oh Allah, you can question anything that I have done, but you cannot question that I have come to you with hope. In this way you can put Allah in corner. Because He's not going to disappoint. Of course He has lots of ways to, disarm us, but He's kind and says, okay, I appreciate that you want to do something with me. So, وَهَبْ لِي عَمَلِي. Please grant me my hope, my desire. وَزِدْنِي مِنْ هُدَاكَ مَا أَصِلُ بِهِ إِلَّا التَّوْفِيقِ فِي عَمَلِي. And also please grant me from your guidance what I can reach with to tawfiq, so that I can have tawfiq to act. I don't want to be lazy, I want to act, but give me tawfiq, guide me and give me my hope. إِنَّكَ مَنَّانٌ Kareem. You are truly the one who obliges and is very generous. So, this way of talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, would pave the way for getting from Allah help, but also this would make you a person who is also dealing with other people like this. If you want your dua to be accepted, it means that you must have value and respect to what you say. If this is good, why you don't do this with other people? When I disappoint people and then I say, oh Allah, don't disappoint me. When I am even counting every pence with people, say, oh Allah, please forgive me. So these contradictions, you have to sort it out. But if you act as you pray, then inshallah your prayer will be accepted. May Allah inshallah help us in our journey towards Him and help us to inshallah overcome any obstacles on the way, and especially if we have any bad habits, we ask Allah to help us to stop them. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.